What's going on, Conjure House family? So, welcome to episode 2 of Conjure House Files. So, I wanted to kind of try to do these videos in a progressive nature, kind of, step one, step two, episode one, episode two. So, maybe building up to kind of, you know, deeper areas as to not leave behind people or misconstrue things or get things misunderstood. So, what I wanted to start with, as I said, I'm not going to get into delving too deep into um, traditions that are initiatory traditions that are, family or lineage based traditions that have essentially become mainstream. But I am going to kind of give a roadmap, uh, kind of very brief roadmap, if you will, of initiatory religions. So to start, you know, I am, crowned in Santeria. Okay. A lot of the things that I've seen on social media, people saying I'm a child of, or I'm claimed by this Orisha, and, they have maybe one Aleke on, or whatever the case is. I talk to people like this. I question, hey, how did you come about this? You say you're a child of, when did you crown? What's your birthday? Um, and the response typically, is, oh no, I feel close to them. I feel like I am this. Okay. And that's beautiful to a degree, not knocking that you may feel in a kinship or a closeness to, or maybe where you are in your life right now, you feel that tie to something. Okay. But on a deeper scale, if you are someone like you came from Christianity, you got tired of the bullshit of Christianity, white Jesus, black Jesus, you gotta pay this much in tithing and so on and so forth. You don't like being told, how to control your spirit. Santeria, Ifa, the African religions are in some ways not for you. They are initiatory. You have to go through ceremonies. Those ceremonies cost money. And there is really, to follow it truly at its core as it is now, because yes, there are things that have changed. There are things that through slavery, whether it be, people that are indigenous to an area or brought over by boat, there are things that have been lost over time. Okay, so with that said, there are still core practices. Receiving alekes, receiving your warriors, becoming crowned to an orisha. These things exist. They cost money. If you don't like being told what to do, essentially, if you don't like having to come to somebody to have questions answered, if you don't like shelling out hundreds of, maybe even, hundreds to thousands of dollars in order to follow something, or you feel that you shouldn't have to pay, then those type of religions are not for you. Okay. People ask, well, why does it cost so much to get into the religion? And first things first, if you do divination, you may not even, that may not be your fucking path, may not be for you. You may be required somewhere else. You may be required to do something else. Divination helps you to understand if it is meant for you. Now, you must also be aware that you have people that will tell you it's meant for you because they want to charge you thousands of dollars. And in your eagerness, you will run and jump to get into it, then you're going to get got. This path is not overnight. I have not been in this path for a few weeks. I have not, been in this path for a couple of years. I've been in this for a while now, for a pretty good deal of time. Since, I'll just say my son's 15, and I was in it before he was born. So, the thing is, if you want to honor it, by all means, honor it. Hey, I have ancestors, Hoodoo has their name. I mean, not Voodoo has their nation. Their Santeria has their nation of spirits. Apollo has their nation of spirits, and some of those spirits belong to families. It was very family oriented. It was not as open as it was. And then things have changed over time where communities are a part of it, even if they're not blood family. That's why you have god brothers, god sisters, god fathers, god mothers within the aspect of the religions. But if you are not willing to pay $10,000 to $12,000 to have your head crowned to an Orisha, then you may want to consider that financials, of the matter. But the first things first, and I always say this: people come and they ask, well, why do I have to pay that much? Food, the clothes, the animals to be sacrificed, the time that it takes to put these things together, the people that are taking from their day to come and sit for 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, come back over to see you at your 3 month period, at your 1 year. All of these things play a part, and we live in an economy where finances are real. Now, some of you are like, I'm not paying $300 or $400 to get Alekes to be a part of the religion. I'll just go buy some from the local Botanica and play the part. But you'll go and buy a Gucci purse for $400 to impress people that don't mean shit. So you have to assess to what degree you feel you need spirit and religion in your life. And also, don't get it twisted. Christianity is a religion, Judaism is a religion, Santeria, Ifa, Palo, Voodoo are religions. They have a construct, and you don't get around that construct. So for those asking me, hey, I'm not initiated, what can I do? You can honor your ancestors. You can start to build a relationship with your ancestors. You can set a table for them. I have a video in my IGTV that tells you how to do so, how to elevate them. And if you're going to push to follow this, self-work. Some people say shadow work, healing the self. Those are the things that you want to look into. I mean, for fuck's sake, you don't want to come in damaged, and there's some things that you can do to work on, the damaged parts of self while you're at it. But the first things first, know what you desire, sit down with yourself and figure out why you desire it, and then go forward. If you desire to come into an African religion, then understand what you're tasking yourself with and be responsible with it, and do not rush into it. Okay? So on our next episode, episode 3 of Conjure House Files, I will be talking about self-healing, working with self, healing family trauma. So I hope you enjoy this explanation in this episode. I hope you enjoy this video. And in the meantime, continue to follow, post your comments. Please follow at Conjure House Dreams. Let them handle your dream interpretations and life coaching, especially for the women, being that she is a woman and she does great work and can help you. Until the next episode, guys, signing off.